Do I have to go on an angle a bit?
Yeah, a little
And
bit.
go closer?
Yeah. All right, ready? 3, 2.
I'm so sorry, Beck. We already stayed together.
We've had this before.
Yeah.
This isn't new for me. Silence and...
Oh my god.
I didn't even start it because it's still recording.
Yeah.
You alright there, mate?
I need tissue.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sam.
I'm Oya.
I'm Amiza.
And welcome back to the Chat Fam Official.
Yeah. The Chat Fam podcast.
Podcast, yes, I think. Anyway, make sure that if you're watching on YouTube, click that subscribe button and stay tuned
like.
on Spotify.
Click. Don't forget to like the
Okay.
video.
Oh my
click
God,
the
should Beck do
subscribe
it?
button,
Okay, maybe
and then
Beck should do
turn
it.
on the notification bell so you get
Oh.
Yeah, all right, mate.
like you don't
calm
watch
down.
YouTube.
All right. Anyway, and we're also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts. And this chick's already made her introduction. We've got Rebecca Tanoko today. How you feeling, Beck?
I'm worried
Worried. Okay. All right. Why is that?
because I don't know what you guys are doing.
Oh, mate, I'm sweating.
Yeah, it's because you turned the aircon off.
Yes.
And you made me put a jumper on.
This is true. This is true. Anyway, how are you guys feeling?
Yeah, pretty
Great.
good.
Pretty good. Anything happened throughout the week?
We just had our Christmas party.
Oh,
Actually, this is filmed.
Did you really?
Well, this is filmed
Way in advance.
way in advance, but this last week we just had our Christmas party. But
You guys
yeah,
get a little bit crazy.
just a tiny bit.
I think others had a lot more fun than we
Yeah,
did. Shout
but-
out to
Shout out to Ems and Christine. If you're watching, but there was a lot of shouting going on, and yeah, that's pretty much it,
A
really.
lot
Pretty
of
much like
shouting.
a podcast of the chat.
Yeah, pretty much a podcast.
True.
Yeah. How about you guys? How about Smara?
Just
You guys
work. Yeah. We had our Christmas party a while ago.
Oh yeah, how was yours?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
At the Brazil place, right?
Yeah. Braza.
Braza.
Churrasco or something like that.
In Darling
Yeah,
Square.
yeah. In Darling Square. So it's
Darling
somewhere
Square,
there.
yeah.
But yeah, it was all right. The meat was a little bit salty. I don't know.
Oh.
And the halloumi was very salty too. But other than that, good experience.
Halloumi is salty.
Salty.
It was super salty. I think if you had taken a bite, you would have spit it out.
Probably.
Yeah, you would have.
I may have.
You
But
definitely
we'll
would
never
have.
know because I wasn't invited.
Well, these guys weren't either. So. Are you having a Christmas
No,
party?
we don't get one this year.
No, I'm joking. Sorry.
Why not?
Why?
I've got 2 words for you. Corona.
Virus.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Bloody northern beaches, get
Yeah.
it together,
Oh
man.
yeah,
Right.
as of filming today, yeah, Sydney is going backwards now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Sad times. All right. Anyway, moving on. We want a little bit of an introduction from you, Beck. So, yes, you have to.
No.
You have to.
No.
First of all, start off with how you know us. How did you meet all of us?
I don't remember.
Are you serious?
Well, how'd you meet her?
I met her through a mutual friend. I genuinely don't remember meeting
Well,
her.
through her,
I
obviously.
think I remember how many we were playing Fortnite or something like that, and then
Was that the first?
I think so.
Was that
I
the
think
first
so.
time?
I'm not too sure. Maybe I don't know.
When did you meet in person?
Oh, I don't know. I forgot.
See? No clue.
No, it's
No
just yeah.
What about this?
I
chick?
remember meeting you the first time
Yeah.
at a party at Alicia's.
Yeah. I remember that too. I don't
I
remember,
remember
when I
meeting
met
you in
Beck.
person either.
Yeah. It must have been like at your house or
It
Holy
would have
moly?
been at some sort of event, like your birthday or something,
Maybe?
possibly.
Holy moly!
No,
I
no,
know,
that'd be the
we
first
knew,
time.
but
Okay.
trust me.
Yeah,
We knew each other by holy moly.
yeah. You were too comfortable then.
Way too comfortable.
Yeah. I don't remember.
No,
Yeah.
it's very fuzzy.
That's alright.
It's alright.
Why do you remember when we met?
Don't know.
There you go. Or she would have known.
All I know is that you met them through me. Of course,
Yes.
not joking. But yeah, what are your hobbies? What do you do for fun? What's your
I
What's
watch
your
a lot
favourite
of
thing?
television.
Yes, you do.
I watch
Love
a
it.
lot of television. I read.
Mm-hmm.
I bullet journal.
Explain that to the
It's
audience.
a full-time occupation.
Do you guys know what bullet
No, what's
journaling
bullet
is?
journal?
I should have brought it.
You should have.
Insert photos,
Insert
maybe.
photo for
Insert
YouTube.
photos. Here you go. Here. And
But
here.
just explain, yeah.
So it's a method of like diary keeping, so
Okay.
knowing what you're doing every day, sort of thing. But and it can be super straightforward and super minimal, but I go a little crazy with it. So I always do like illustrations and I do color pages, so it's organized by month.
Yeah.
And it's very versatile, so it depends on whatever you need from it is how you can set it up, because you basically just buy a blank pad, like a blank journal, and then you fill it with whatever you need and however you need it.
I feel like you might have showed us a little bit of it when we
may
were
have.
doing House
I would
Party
have, for
back in
sure.
the day.
No,
Back in
House Party.
And
Yes.
then I think you showed us a couple.
I may have.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Oh, you would have seen it for sure. 'Cause,
Yes.
Like, I would bring it around every time we go anywhere. I always bring it. Like, for more than a night, it's always with me.
Yeah.
And how's it ending now? Like, is it what you?
What do you mean?
I don't know, because it's the end of the year, so
Yeah, so I've managed to fit the whole year in one journal, which was
Nice.
good.
Exactly, right?
Exactly, I had one page left.
Ooh.
Oh.
And I'm starting penciling and getting the next year one all set up.
Nice,
Very,
nice.
very good.
What are you watching for TV? Because you said you watch a lot. Well, what's your favourite?
What's-
you don't
what
want
you
to talk
watching?
about?
Oh,
My
what-
favorite!
Oh,
How
what-
much time do we have?
What are you watching now?
Like, that's currently airing?
Yeah.
Okay, so my favorite show right now is called All Rise. It's a don't nod. Like, my laptop's broken, so every Tuesday night I come over to her house
Just to
To
watch
watch
it.
it?
and so I can like, you know, do certain things, so I can acquire it, so I can watch it.
Yeah.
So it's a law sort of procedural, and it's mostly follows this woman Lola, and she's a judge. So she's just been made a judge, and it follows. There's a prosecutor who's also like a main character and like a defendant, and like it's really cool. It's just good, and they talk a lot about like different issues happening, like the Black Lives Matter movement, and because the main judge Lola, she's a black, like African American woman, and it's really good. I love it.
She cries.
I cry.
Netflix?
I cry. No, it needs to be acquired through other means.
Oh, I see.
What
That
channel?
eyebrow.
From what channel? Like US or
Yeah. I think it's a
BCW?
CBS show.
CBS?
And when
Oh,
I say
okay.
it's a CBS show, and like majority of my favorite shows right now, I'm pretty sure it's
On
CBS.
CBS.
CBS. Yeah. Okay.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right, so All Rise.
All
All
rise.
Rise.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Because law, all yeah.
Yeah.
Not 5.
Yeah, that's all I was thinking. 5.
You know the song.
Yes. It's a good song.
That
It
is
is
a
a good
great
song.
song.
Good
Shout out
song.
to 5.
1, 2, 3, 4.
High 5! Not that 5, but anyway. Shout out to 5.
Oh my god. And one final question, your favorite question. What do
God,
you
here we
do
go.
for work?
I hate this question so much. So I work in master data, which is, I think it falls under supply chain and procurement.
Oh, nice.
My role currently is I work for a company that works for Telstra, which is like a major telecommunications here in Australia. And what I do is on our system, I create all the SKUs, all the codes for like all the products that come in. So all the new iPhones, all the whatever we sell at the time, like speakers, accessories, whatever's being sold through Telstra, I create it in our system, and that's what allows stores to be able to order it and whatnot.
That's so cool.
Nice.
That's very simplified version. Like there's this whole lot of other stuff that
it's
goes
not
into
that
it.
hard.
It's annoying to explain.
Kind of get used to it a little bit
It's
more. Because
annoying
every
to
time anyone
explain.
asks, she's like, oh.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah.
one of- yeah.
Because
Because like not many people know what master data is, and it's like
But that's what makes it fun to explain, no?
But yeah,
like,
she has to
no.
keep repeating herself.
Ah, yeah.
Well, now everyone knows. If you want to
Yeah.
ask, just ask
Yeah,
her again.
refer
and she
people
can
who
give
and
you a
just
full
annoy me.
essay.
Eventually, I'll explain.
No, just refer people to our podcast. Like, you want to know what I do?
Yeah.
Tune in to episode 18.
Episode 18 of the
Skip
chat
to
thing.
9 minutes. Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah. Well, anyway, now that we know who our guest is, from us being Indonesian, Muslim, Australians. We wanted to bring in some more cultures into this podcast because we don't always want it to be just Indonesian, you know. And we've not from this time, but you're the second guest that's not Indonesian on this show. So we wanted to discuss your heritage. Where are you from, Rebecca? Your background,
Spanish.
From
Spain.
Yes. But it'd be pretty hard to guess from previous experiences that I've had from people who've meeting you for the first time to get it right.
I'm a little ambiguous in that.
Yes.
That's never the first.
What do you get normally?
I get a lot of like Turkish,
Oh.
like Lebanese, Greek.
Really?
Never Spanish.
I know, no, never.
little
And I always try to direct them through to Spain. And I never land on that. They say everything else, but they never really get to Spain.
That's funny.
We'll start from the start, basically, just on getting to know you. What was it any different growing up, like school life? Did you have other Spanish kids with you? Because throughout this podcast, we talk about how we experience our, life being Asian Indonesians. So anything different for you, or is it about the same?
I wouldn't know what different is for me, because like my experiences were my experiences. Like I don't know what
true
is different.
What was abnormal
What was it
for
just
you?
like for you?
What was it like for you?
Like it was
just a normal childhood.
I would say it was quite normal.
That's good.
In like all things considered, like my parents, they moved here from Spain, so their English not the best. Quite solid, and I like to tell them that they're better at it than they think they are.
They're pretty good.
But I actually went to ESL when I started kindy.
Oh, same as me.
ESL
kid as well.
I was born here and I was raised for the most part here. But because I'd only ever been spoken to in Spanish my whole life, by the time I started kindergarten, I didn't really speak English.
That's so cool. So Spanish was your first language?
Technically, Spanish was my first language.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long did it take you? Like, were you ever aware when you were a kid that you were struggling with English, or like from memory, from as far as you remembered, you always
I don't
knew
even
how to
remember
speak?
going at ESL. I just know this because I've been told.
Oh, wow.
But like now, I mean, I'm significantly more confident in English than in Spanish.
Well, yeah, for sure.
So I just think it's funny. It's one of those little anecdotes that I like to say. And it makes things really difficult when like they're like, oh, what was your first language? When you have to fill out forms and stuff like that. It's like, I mean, technically it was Spanish, but that doesn't mean that my English is not
exactly
good.
Yeah. Do you remember what ESL was like for you?
It was basically just normal class, but just learning at a slow pace. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which I guess doesn't really matter when you're in like kindy and early primary school, because you at the end of the day you're not learning all that much.
Yeah.
And just basic numbers and basic words, and that's it.
Yeah. Did you ever have like other Spanish friends around you?
Not like Spanish. Had a lot of like South Americans growing up.
Where did you grow up? Like which area in Sydney?
I was born in Liverpool Hospital. Yes, I heard
Every episode, jeez.
I was born in Liverpool Hospital, and I've been practically always.
So you've always
just
been a
raised
Westie.
in Adelaide.
Oh, I love it.
Wow.
West.
You guys have always been Easties, haven't you?
Yeah.
Until you moved
South.
South, yeah.
Because I was born in the East.
Yeah.
Paddington.
We talked to
Yeah. Posh weirdo.
Well, I was supposed to be born. What is it called? There's one of these like private hospitals in the city, like St. Mary's or St. Magdalene or something like that.
St. Vincent, I think.
No, it was a woman's name.
I don't know.
Probably Mary.
Yeah, St. Mary, something like that. But by the time I was actually like about to be given birth to, I was like, no, it's happening now. They just made it to Liverpool. They could not make it any further than that.
Oh, interesting. Livo it is.
Do they know about you being...
No.
No? Do you want to say it or no?
I don't expect anyone would be like, I don't know.
That's up to you.
My family to be watching this, so I'm fine. I've mentioned it before, back when I had my YouTube channel. that's the thing we don't discuss.
You have a YouTube channel?
Not anymore, my dude.
Wasn't it like a
you
book
delete
one?
it?
The book one. I
Yeah.
made every single video unlisted, so you can't
Oh.
find it. Because I was like, you know what?
I found it before.
You did, and you've watched
Yeah,
a
I've
couple
watched a couple.
videos, and I was like, no, this needs to disappear right
Why?
We could have plugged you.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
tune in.
now. No, that's
Didn't you have like so many subscribers as well?
I had like over 1,000.
Oh, that's
Wow,
a
By the
lot.
time
That's
I
a
kind of
lot.
like died off.
Oh.
Wow.
Get back into it, mate.
It's so much like work.
Work.
It's so much work, and it wasn't. I was at uni, and I had so much more time.
Mm.
And it's funny because you think, oh, you know,
Sorry. That was exactly the same.
that was the same pitch and everything. It was like,
Sorry. Yeah.
but you think when you start working that you'll have even more time because you don't have to like dedicate your time to learning and studying and working on assignments and doing this and that, but you actually like have less time.
Because
to do
all you
things.
want to
true.
do when you get home is just sleep.
Nothing.
And just
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
nothing.
All right, miss, I slept 14
I
hours.
slept
last
14
night.
hours last night, mate.
Oh my
honestly. Bro, and it's been like twice this week. I've been absolutely exhausted this week. Oh, anyway, where were we?
Sorry.
Where you were born.
We
So
go
you've
off
always
tangents.
been around the west.
For the most part. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, when I'm in Australia. Yes.
Yeah. You did go to school one time in Spain, didn't you?
A couple times, apparently.
A couple times.
Yeah, I just don't remember the first one.
What?
I was really young.
Wow.
So schooling in Spain starts when you're like 3. So here, when you would go like primary school,
Yeah.
that's when you start like kindergarten there,
Yeah.
and you have like a few years of kindy, but like it's more structured than like preschool here because you don't have to go to preschool here. That's
Yeah.
kind of like a thing. So when I was 1, that was the first time we moved back to Spain, and we were there for a few years. So I did do a little bit of like schooling then.
Yeah.
And then we moved back, and then I started, my schooling here. And then when I was 13, we moved back.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. And then I did a couple years there, and then when I was 16, I came back. Well, when I was 13, turning 14, like it was a few months from my birthday.
What?
We just ate. Why is your stomach so noisy?
My stomach, oh my god, man. Anyhow.
It's always when someone finishes talking.
No, but what was that experience like? Is the schooling system like what's it like there? 'Cause
It's let's say can't calm
compose herself first.
down. No, but it's different. But it's like still the same.
Okay.
Like,
like
they call
subjects
things
the
different
same?
things, and like subjects are very similar.
Okay.
I mean, like Spanish there and English here, like you'd think it'd be like the same sort of thing, but it's very different. So here it's more like learning how to like critique text and like read text and stuff like that. Over there, they do more like emphasis on like syntax and like articles and nouns and
Interesting.
like conjunctive.
I know what you're trying to say, but I forget.
conjunctivating. No, that's not
Conjunctivitis.
Conjunctivitis. What?
I know what you're trying to say, but I don't know what the word is.
Like
what
making
your verbs,
sentences?
you conjure. The word is just coming to me in
Conjuring?
Spanish. Like okay,
Conjunctivitis.
no, it's not conjunctivitis.
you know when you learn another language, especially like a European language, right, where verbs change depending on the subject and what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You conjure the verb. Conjure.
Yeah, is it just
That's what I said. Conjuring. Conjure. Oh, whatever. Anyway, let's fucking move on. Fuck.
Okay, yeah.
Also, something that's really, really weird is that you call your teachers by their first name.
Oh,
I can't do that.
And that's really odd because I just started watching a new like Spanish show on Netflix, and it's based like in a high school sort of setting.
Yeah.
And like they're calling the professor by their first name, and it just set me back. And I was like, that was so uncomfortable for me.
Of
Like I spent my
course.
whole life being like, oh, miss,
Yeah.
like sir.
What was the reason behind it?
I don't know, but it's just
Well, that was like
Just
in
call them by
high
their
school
first
when
name.
I had to refer to teachers as hojam, which is just like teacher. Wait, that's the same thing.
Wait, what is
like you can like do like the whole like we would call them like profe, short for like professor.
Yeah.
But I don't think I knew any of like my teachers' surnames when I was studying over there.
That is weird.
Like it's mostly a focus on like first names.
Yeah.
Which is
I'm trying to think about
interesting.
what people call, like what we call like in Indonesia. Like what did?
Did any of you do any
Ibu
schooling?
and Baba, isn't it? No, or she did apparently.
Oh, only for
no.
like a couple days in kindergarten. But that was because as I explained before, my grandma, she was the principal of the school. So
Yeah.
when I was anyway, yeah, I was a little.
I'm pretty sure they do ibu and
Yeah, probably Ibu.
something
Yeah.
else. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pap, maybe.
All right.
What's the male version of ibu?
Bapa.
But so
But, yeah.
But yeah. Spending some years here and there in Spain, how would you compare the food? Does that say it all?
I mean, like, it depends on what kind of food. I'm a really weird Spanish person.
Why is it? What?
In terms of, like, there's a lot of Spanish staples that I just don't enjoy.
Oh.
Yes, this is time
interesting.
for your questions, mate. You've
Yeah.
got a couple questions
You've got
for
questions for me.
Oh yeah. What did I? Yeah. Just keep going.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. Just she'll ask you later.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. What are the going off of that? What were the staple things that you wouldn't like?
I don't really enjoy paella.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't
Love it.
Sorry,
Love
what's
it.
that?
Paella.
Uncultured. This guy.
Paella.
I'm
my
very
dude.
unconscious.
Clearly.
It's like it's the rice and seafood dish.
Okay, yep.
Paella.
And it's
I
cooked
think
in like a
if I get-
huge.
I think if I see an image, then I would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
Pop up
image?
image. Yeah. What else, Beck?
I don't like wine.
Interesting, because my question was, do you like sangria?
I don't, because I don't like
sangria.
wine.
Interesting.
Ryan overall,
I've yet to find a wine that I
or
like.
oh, okay.
I think it's like mostly an aftertaste.
It's that
thing
fermented
for me.
taste.
It's the
That's
fermented
why
thing,
you
yeah.
don't like beer
I don't
as
like
well.
beer. I'm like really incredibly fussy about cider.
Do you like
Because
kombucha?
most ciders, no. Because it's got that same, it's the fermented thing.
It's fermented. Yeah. I think it just gives you this.
It just tastes like
heebie-jeebies.
crap.
Kimchi?
I like
She likes
kimchi,
kimchi.
but see,
Ah.
it's different.
That is different, actually. Yeah. Maybe because it's not in liquid form.
Like, and it's
It doesn't have
more
that fermented
pickled.
taste.
It's
That
more of a
yeah.
pickled
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Oh, see, she doesn't like
I
pickle.
don't like pickles, but I
I
like
don't
pickled
like
stuff,
pickles.
like other things that are pickled. I just don't like pickles themselves.
What else? Can you think of anything else?
I used to hate cheese.
What?
I know.
No.
I did.
Stop.
I used to hate cheese. Like,
Stop it.
cheese has grown on me
What?
as I've gotten older.
That's
I used to
crazy.
hate
You
cheese.
love
I
cheese.
But even now, like, you will never catch me eating, like, blue cheese. Unless it's gorgonzola, but that's just because I started eating without knowing that it was a type of blue cheese. But, like, if you give me, like, Roquefort or something like that, not happening. Also, there's this cheese from my dad's town. We have to talk about it. It smells like feet. It is disgusting. It is rank. Like, you've got to, like, wrap that thing up in, like,
Ew.
multiple layers of, like, cling wrap
Do you know what
and
it's
shit.
called?
So it... No.
Have you... No.
But you need to, like, wrap that crap up so that it doesn't, like, stink up the whole place. And if someone's eating it in their house, you know immediately. Thankfully, you can only get that from my dad's town in Spain. So I'm usually safe. But it's bad.
Really?
It's bad. It's
So you've
stinky.
tasted it?
No, you would not pay me enough money to put that in my mouth.
What's the name of the town if people want to go there?
Check out the cheese.
Dad's town is called...
Uh-oh.
Hold on, my mum's town's coming to my head, not my dad's town.
Uh-oh.
It's in Badajoz. Why can't I remember? Yeah, so it's a really tiny little town, and it's like on the border of like Portugal. And it's where some of the best, like jamon, which, you know, y'all won't know anything about because it's very haram. It's where that's from. Some of the best jamon is from my dad's town.
Okay, she probably won't remember it.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
let's put it up here.
That's alright.
No, I am going to remember because I'm going to Google it
Okay.
because I'm really annoyed.
Well, that's kind of like us. Do we have any staple things, Indonesian things that we don't like? Because some people can say that about durian, for example,
Yeah,
which is
right.
durian. I don't mind durian,
Bakso.
but
You don't like bakso?
I don't like bakso.
Interesting. Well, you don't. Oh, well.
I
you
don't
do,
mind
but
bakso. I think it's when it's a warm day that I'm like, okay, I'll eat it.
What's the reason
But, like-
why you don't like bakso?
Like, there's other stuff that are better. I don't know. Just
It's-
like
it-
warm meatballs and soup. I don't know. That's why I'm not really a big fan of hot potters. I'm sorry to my Vietnamese
You don't
and
like hot
Asian
pot?
friends out there.
I don't like
It's not
hot
that I don't like hot pot. I would rather for sure go for Korean barbecue. Because I like,
love
I
hot
like,
pot.
you
Like
know,
I love hot pot, but not during like summer or like
Well,
hot
yeah,
days.
but that's like
but people
anything.
do it because they just love that soupiness and
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of soup. quail.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
you learn
you
something
don't like
every day
soup.
about yourself.
I
But
like
like,
soup.
I prefer more like fried stuff and yeah. Do you know? Did you
Oliva de
forget?
la Frontera.
Okay, no wonder you didn't remember it. Jeez.
I didn't even see it, but it just came to me. Oh, it's
Say it again.
Oliva. Oh, there it is. I found it. Oliva de la Frontera.
Wow.
Is that why your dad's town is about? Is it your dad that is?
No,
on
Dad's got
olive
the
side?
acorns.
Okay, your dad's got the
Because like the
acorns.
reason why the jamon for those who don't know is like prosciutto. So it's like the leg of the pork of the pig.
Of the pig.
I was gonna say leg of the
Oh,
lamb.
you told me about this now.
And so they, in my dad's town, they feed them acorns, and that's where it gets like that really like good flavor.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like bellota. So no, my mum's town is where they grow the olives.
The olives.
And they make olive oil, and so they're really known for their olive oil.
Nice.
Nice. That's
Very
so cool.
interesting.
That is so interesting. I love hearing you speak Spanish.
Yeah.
I think I used to annoy her so much in the
You'd be
beginning.
like,
'cause I'd be
"Say this."
yeah, baby, how do you say this in Spanish? So annoying.
No one says that about like Indonesian. Say this in Indonesian.
Yeah, because Spanish.
Baso.
Yeah, Indonesian sounds gross, whereas Spanish is so like.
Well, like I have always said that Indonesian sounds very Spanish.
Yes.
Like to me, it's like, you know, those videos on like YouTube and whatnot where they're like, this is what English sounds like to non-English speakers.
Yeah.
And it just sounds like English, but it's none of it is English.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll hear Indonesian and I'll be like, that sounds Spanish, but that's not Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because the dialect is very similar. But we'll get to that in a second because we do want to get through to that.
Oh, just jumped the gun.
Back onto the food train though. What would be your favorite Spanish dish?
Okay.
Oh no.
The things that I miss the most.
Yeah.
Number one is fuet. And it's like a sausage.
Yep.
And it's like a dry sausage. So you just cut it up and you eat it. Like
Yeah.
you don't cook it. It's already like cured. So it's like chorizo, but nothing like chorizo.
Okay, cool.
That's my favorite. And that's like,
Really?
I miss that. So I can like just buy the whole stick and I just eat it. It's
Like
delicious.
with that little treats.
No, but like honestly,
Yeah.
Puppy.
I miss that.
Would that be your favorite?
That's what I'm like, in terms of like something that's Spanish
Yeah.
that I miss. I don't even know if it's like Spanish. It might just be like from Catalonia. I don't know. Catalonia. But that's what I miss the most. That and the pastry. The pastry in Spain is really good.
Ooh, I love
They make like
pastry.
really good little baby croissants and they're just delicious. I just want to die. They're so good.
I'm so mad. I was
We gotta
supposed to
go
go
to
this
Spain.
year. So
And then like
mad.
there's other things that you don't get in Australia but aren't necessarily Spanish that I miss as well.
Yeah. Like?
Like Sunny D.
What's that?
Oh,
the
we've got
American orange
we've got
juice.
Sunny D. Yeah.
You get that there. And there's this cereal.
Cereal. We love
There's
cereal.
this cereal. It's called miel pop.
Yeah.
And so it's like some sort of honey situation and like the little balls of like just goodness, just deliciousness. And they're so good. I think it's a Russian. You know, do you know TikTok, right? TikTok, that
does.
really weird, one of the weird audios recently,
No.
it's like the alternative side of TikTok, and it's just like that really
wouldn't
weird, like, you know, the one where it's got like the CGI horses, not horses, llamas, and they say
Oh,
those
yep,
weird
yep,
things.
yep,
Oh,
yep.
meat
I
pan.
know.
Me ban, zu. Okay, so that is So that is the like the song
yes, the
for
the cereal,
the cereal, but like in Russia
Yes,
or
yes.
wherever,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
originally from.
Wow.
But like for me, I know it as milk pops, and that's what
Yes.
it's called in Spain, and it's so
weird.
good. That's one of the things I'm most excited as well. For when I go back to English.
I love how I knew.
I knew.
duh.
I knew. Get it.
Wow.
It's a good one.
Would you guys be able to answer that question? Like your favorite Indo dish?
We did this.
Oh, we did this already. We did.
Skip.
But yeah, well, now that coronavirus has ruined this for your parents and their tradition on going back to Spain for how long now?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, no, as in, like, every year, how long do they
They
usually
usually
visit?
go like around 6 months of the year, so they skip.
It's half a year.
They skip winters. They go summer to summer.
Oh, right. Is there winter in Spain or no? Sorry. No?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
it snows.
Oh,
gets
it
really
snows?
cold. It gets really cold.
What time of year usually? When it's summer here. Never. I mean, when it's winter.
No, yes, when
when
it's
it's
summer
summer here.
here.
Never mind. Okay.
So they never like. This is like one of the few first times that they're
It's been a while
experiencing.
since they've had to experience the winter.
Damn, that's pretty good, eh?
That's
That's
the
the
life.
life.
That is the life. This is the sweet life.
But like, does that give you like a lot of freedom? Like, or is it just the same, just being at home without your parents?
It's the same now.
It's the same now.
At first, it was odd and weird, but now it's like
When did they first start doing that? Like, how old were you?
so it's when we came back from that time we lived in Spain, so around 16, I would say. But they at that stage they didn't go for as long as they go now. They would have gone. They used to go for like less time.
Yeah. Very nice, very nice. Do you ever go back for that that long after like, you know, when you came back?
Yeah, man, I've been there like for a long time, for ages.
No, like after, you know, once you came back after you were like 16 or something?
Yeah.
Like, did you ever visit Spain for that long?
How long is that long?
Like 6 months long? What are you talking about?
Yes! I said yes!
When?
Many times!
Oh.
Many times! When I finished uni.
You
I went there for a
fuck
year.
off. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Just fuck off.
I assume you have heaps of family there too, right?
Yeah.
The whole family.
All your family. Do you have any
Yeah.
family here?
No.
Oh,
just
you're
me,
like
my,
us,
my
not me.
parents and my siblings, and that's it.
Yeah, we're the same.
Oh, and my siblings' family. My
I have no
sister's family.
cousins here.
She's got a
Sucks.
cousin named Samara.
I do. Well, it's not a
Oh,
cousin.
she as-
It's my cousin's kid. But we
Oh,
call her
wow.
cousin's kid. Oh, so
And
you're
then
second.
there was this one time when she messaged you, right? And then
Yeah.
she was messaging
I
in Spanish.
think
And I'm
I
like,
messaged
what
her,
is
like,
Samara speaking?
Why is Samara messaging me in like flawless Spanish? Like I knew she was on Duolingo, but I thought this was like.
That's funny.
I'm surprised that that's not your favorite dish.
I do love.
You
potato,
love your
but Mum
potato.
makes that.
It's basically just a pancake made of potato.
Oh, yum.
So
Oh.
good. It's like a flat fricadelle.
It's not flat.
Sorry.
It's pretty thick.
Never mind.
It's not flat.
It's not flat?
It's not.
It's
Flat.
like a thick flat.
Big flat, so it's flat.
It's
It's thick,
But
big.
it's flat.
but
flat?
it's like flat.
like
Okay.
it's a short cake.
But it's not a cake.
I'm talking about that. Okay, moving on.
Moving on. Okay.
All right. Well, then in that case, have you been to most of Spain, or is it only where?
I've been
You
to
know,
a
where your parents are.
significant part of Spain. I haven't seen everything yet, but I've seen quite a few, like more of Spain than I've seen of Australia.
Okay. Oh, very good. Oh, yeah. Like we haven't. I've only been on the east side.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. The
To be
furthest is
fair,
Melbourne.
Spain is significantly smaller than Australia,
I mean, true.
but also I've been to more of like the like main places in Spain.
Yeah. You guys are so. They literally. Someone just walked past and they're laughing about that. Are you kidding me?
I don't know why. It was random.
This is very random.
Keep going.
Sorry.
So, for the tourists out there, where would you recommend? Like the number one.
That's a good
spot?
question.
Number one spot and the number one spot.
It depends on what you like.
No, what is in your opinion?
What's yours?
In my opinion. I'm the cat.
Oh my god! Yeah, the table. Insert meme. Do you know you should know?
Yeah, you
We're like ladies screaming.
It just popped in my head.
And he's just like.
It's just like it's really hot in here.
Yeah.
What is my favorite part of Spain?
Well, what is Spain famous for?
Isn't it?
My dude, a lot.
Or in tourist wise, like the monuments or like.
Like I like Barcelona, but I don't like the people.
Oh.
Oh.
Why are they mean?
Yeah,
not as friendly.
Sleazy.
just no bueno.
No
No
bueno.
bueno. No bueno.
No bueno. Like there's always exceptions, but for the most part, they're very independent. Like they want their.
Oh, I heard there was like a city or town in Spain.
Well, I mean there are multiple.
wanted to separate from Spain. I remember.
Yes, but
yeah.
like
Oh, I see.
Catalunya, so where Barcelona is, they're very like separatist.
yes,
They
yes,
wanna be
yeah,
their
I
own
remember
thing.
that.
And so they're very like sometimes I'll go into like a bakery and I'll like speak to them in Spanish and they'll like respond to me in Catalan and I'll be like, I don't speak that. I don't speak that.
Okay.
If I did, I'd be speaking it to you, but I'm speaking like
Yeah.
if someone speaks to you in one language, you would reply in that same language, but they don't.
Yeah.
Right.
In a lot of
It's like, I
places.
think Italy's like that too. They have regions where they just want to stay whatever they were before.
Yeah.
I forget what. Yeah. Anyway.
They're like there's another one in the north of Spain that's similar as well. But they're not like if I go there, like I've been there before and I've spoken to people like and I've spoken to them in Spanish and they'll always respond in kind. They don't like pull out the Basque like which is but like Barcelona itself, I do really enjoy the city. I do like the city. It's very nice.
Looks very
It's got some
vibrant.
very good architecture and just a lot of like I'm into that old school architecture
Same.
and
I
like
love
Gaudi. Like I find Gaudi's works like so interesting. But in terms of like the people and like the vibe and stuff, it's like the south of Spain. Pretty much anywhere you go in the south of Spain, like in Andalusia, is like so good. Like Sevilla, I really like Sevilla.
Okay, note those down, guys.
What's the capital city of Spain?
Madrid, which
Madrid?
is good too.
Okay.
Like I enjoy Madrid too, but I don't know. It's just not at the top of my list. But
Where's the
Madrid's
Spanish
really nice too.
Steps?
That is in Italy.
Why is it called Spanish Steps?
I'm
then?
pretty sure because it leads to the Spanish embassy.
What? Okay.
I think it's in Rome.
I got a question for you. Where's the Spanish Steps?
What? I can't say it. Never mind.
Oh, mate. I think we have asked the question about the bull thing.
Oh,
Bull thing.
yeah. What's the bull? Have you witnessed the bull thing? What's it called first?
Wait, which bull thing?
Where they let the
thing where
bulls
they-
go?
Okay. No, I haven't been there,
Okay.
and I would probably never go because that's just asking for trouble.
Yeah.
Like, my dude.
What's it called?
What do they call it? I think they just call it la corrida.
Oh yeah, that sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah,
It must
so
be
it's
that
just like.
Do you know what the
just let them go.
symbolism of it is?
No,
Yeah,
no.
what's the meaning?
I
Like,
don't
why?
know. And I'm surprised that still happens.
Yeah.
Because they've
Yeah.
outlawed
Yeah.
like the bullfighting that most like I'm pretty sure it's outlawed or it's just not something that they do anymore from in most regions. The whole bullfighting thing. So I think it's curious that they still do like the running of the bulls.
Yeah.
But I guess that mostly hurts the dumb fucks that go and
Yeah.
get a horn up their ass.
Yeah.
And I swear they do it drunk, right? Like a lot of them. Yeah.
And like the majority of people who actually get hurt are tourists.
Exactly. It would make sense. Yeah. Yeah.
No. What I do want to go to is the tomatina. So it's when they throw tomatoes at each other. It's a big festival. where they
Oh,
throw
I've
tomatoes.
seen that. Yeah.
I want to go to that. That looks like a good fun, like a good wine.
What's the meaning behind that? Is there any?
You're asking a lot of questions.
Sorry.
Like I'm sure there's a meaning to it. I just don't know.
Don't know it. That's
I think it's
fine.
just like a tradition, I guess.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, what is this?
I don't know, but
that's fine.
yeah.
We can research that.
Find out.
We can Google it later. Yeah.
Well, what we were talking about earlier was our similarities in the way we sound, our languages sound, you would say. Because I think the first time you realized this was when I played, what was the song? Menghapus Jejakmu by, what's his name? The guy from Peter Pan? Well, Peter Pan.
Ariel.
Yeah, Ariel. Do you know what song I'm talking about?
I don't know.
But I played it for her and she's like, the fuck? This sounds Spanish.
But
And
it's
I'm like, it's not Spanish. I'm pretty sure it's not. Like, I definitely know it's not. And then she called it fake Spanish.
Fakes.
Because, like, it sounded really Spanish to you.
Yeah.
And what was the reason why? Could you explain?
I don't know.
Oh, no.
I guess it's like the intonation.
Yeah.
Like, because of the way like you speak Spanish, like it, like you know
Yes.
how every language has its own like rise and fall.
Yeah,
and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I think it's like it's
Inflections,
just
I
very
guess.
similar.
Like the Spanish.
Also, there are words that just sound very similar.
And then the Italian.
You guys use, like,
like,
alphabet too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me
No,
that I'm
It's
wrong.
my opinion. Anyway, no, but even from that, like the way it sounds, we've got some similar words as well. Well, one of them we're gonna keep it for the Indo word of the day. But can you think of anything else? I think we have a couple other words.
You remember better than I would.
How do you say maths?
Matematica.
Yeah, that's how we say it.
That's how we say it. How do you say?
That's
I think it
random.
was
That
like,
is.
table. How do you say table?
Mesa.
We say meja.
Major.
Chair.
Sia.
What is
Oh, what do we say? How do we say
We don't
chair?
say chair. We say kursi.
Oh, kursi. Oh, that's wrong.
That's right.
I mean,
yeah,
that's
no.
different.
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just other stuff like
Which is interesting.
it is very.
How do you say
interesting.
soap?
Jabon.
See? Sabun. We say sabun. I don't...
Why are you knowing this?
Because I have a friend who was Italian, and you know how Italian and Spanish is kind of similar. So yeah, and then I remember I always would figure it out. How do you say it? Periods, like you know how a girl gets her period.
Oh, we just call it the regla.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, that makes
Because
sense.
you say mens.
Yeah, why
Like
do we call it
menses.
Because men, yeah,
Like menses.
yeah, like menstruation.
Oh.
Oh, well then we've got like menstruation, but like that's not like menstruation and period. Are, like,
Yeah,
different,
true.
Like
Yeah, true. Yeah, Mirza, good to
Yeah.
learn. Eh?
yeah.
Good to
You
know.
know how it feels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of. I can't think of it anymore.
No, I just find it weird though. Like I never thought like Indonesia's over here.
I think
Spain's
it's
over
the
there,
whole like
Invaded.
what's it called? Madam, we did not invade it.
Oh wait, Japan invaded.
You're one of the few countries that we didn't fuck up.
One of them.
Well, I was gonna ask you a question about
Oh yeah, it does say here Mirza's question. Literally it says Mirza's question. What was your question?
empire. So, well, the Spanish did kind of take over a lot of countries, including some countries in Southeast Asia as well.
I mean, it was
Not
just
us,
Philippines,
though.
right?
It was just the
Yeah.
Philippines.
Philippines, isn't it? Was that Macau as well?
We did.
Yeah, Macau. Yeah,
Are you sure?
yeah.
It's not the French.
No, I don't think it's French. Yeah, Spain took over Macau. Yeah.
That sounds fake.
Search it up. I could be wrong, but
Oh my gosh, she's gonna
I was gonna
search it
up. They took over a lot of South America.
All but Brazil.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
That's why they all speak Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Macau.
Macau.
See, that's what I thought, but I was just.
Oh, there you
like,
go.
oh,
Macau.
is that it?
Yep.
It's
Isn't
Chinese.
Macau in Hong Kong? Near it?
Yeah, near
Yeah.
Hong Kong.
It's Chinese. We haven't had anything to do with China.
Yeah. You took you.
You
Macau,
you did.
You take over history. Oh, Portugal.
Portugal, suck it.
Close enough.
What was your question?
Yeah, what was
Oh,
the
that was no
question?
question.
Oh, you just want to point out that. Right, thanks, guys.
Bloody Mirza. See, very Mirza question, right?
It wasn't a question, it was a statement.
Yeah.
So you.
Have
Come from a
Indonesians
long line.
invaded anywhere?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
It's,
I'm pretty sure like the similar, like the Spanish thing comes
Well,
from the
kind-
Philippines, because like there's that, what's it called, the Australian.
Australasian?
No, they're like
It
the.
sounds familiar.
Is it Australian? It's like how y'all have like very similar languages,
we do.
Yes,
and
we
it
do.
comes
we
from like
do.
a similar origin.
Yeah.
We do.
And like that's
yeah,
there's
yeah,
a name for like you know the Philippines,
I think
Indonesia.
I think I saw a TikTok of this.
some
I don't
of
know
the
why.
some
Oh
of
my God.
the other islands in this area,
Yeah.
how y'all have very similar, and I think it probably comes from because since we invaded the Philippines, that's where everyone like others got similarities to Spanish just through the Philippines. Since
Could be.
your languages kind of evolved similarly.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
That's my theory.
Yeah.
What's it is? You know, we had like a mad conversation with Maiko about it.
We did.
Who's Micah?
I
Micah's
remember.
her Filipino.
I remember there was. I saw this.
Shout out to Micah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this TikTok where Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand all have like the same language, saying hello or something, but in Philippines.
It's salamat.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
It means something octopus or
There
something.
is a TikTok for
Yeah.
that.
I
Yeah.
sent that to you.
Yeah, you did.
It was like something
It's like no,
octopus.
salamat.
Octopus.
Well,
So what's the TikTok? I forgot the TikTok. We'll insert the video, but
It's just a video of like all the countries around that area,
Yeah.
like
Saying
saying the
thank
same,
you.
saying the same thing. Thank you.
yeah.
No, the thank you is salamat. Oh, wait.
selamat pagi.
Pagi, yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
yes,
morning.
good
But in
morning.
the Philippines, salamat is thank you.
No, something octopus.
Selamat pagi.
Why
is
is
at
it
the-
octopus? I don't understand where octopus is coming from.
I need to find a video. Anyways, move on.
I don't know.
I forgot what I was googling because I like made my way over to like Selamat pagi.
Oh wait. I don't know.
Well, I think Mirza's question stems from the predominant religion in Spain. And what religion do you follow? Just out of
The
curiosity.
predominant religion is Catholicism,
There you go.
There we go.
Okay.
and it's the religion we follow.
Yes.
Is there
Hello.
is there
The
any
quote unquote.
is there any Muslims in Spain?
Well, yes.
Like, is there a lot of Muslims? That's
There used to be at one
there was
point in
that's
history.
the whole situation.
to.
This is why I really want to do like my family tree because I swear somewhere along the line there's some Muslim in my family line.
Why do you think
Look
this
at
is?
me.
Okay, true.
Look at me. And my from where like my family's from, where my parents are from, especially my mum, like she's from the south and way back in the day.
Yeah.
Before the whole situation happened. There were a lot of Muslims coming up through the south. And there's like lots of mosques and stuff
Yeah,
further
yeah.
down the south.
Oh,
There's like a really
cool.
popular one that I haven't been to yet. That's on my list of things to do before.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, there was a large population, and then is it the 1500s? I think it was. I
After
might
the
be talking
Renaissance?
absolute shit.
I wouldn't know.
But and then they kind of kicked all the Muslims out.
See you later.
Dada.
Adios.
Assalamu alaikum.
We could say that for us, for Indonesians, but the opposite. So Indonesia used to be like Hindu.
I have no idea. Do you know?
Hinduism.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, Bali's
Because
still...
look at the no Hindu.
Hinduism.
So Buddhist.
Yeah.
Buddhist. There's also Buddhist temples.
Is it Buddhist? Yes,
think
it is
it's
Buddhist because
Buddhist,
we've got
yeah.
the Buddha.
Buddha, yeah, everywhere in Indonesia.
Yes, statues everywhere.
But then I don't know who came.
We still
but
do.
we all became Muslims out of nowhere.
You know what?
Yeah.
I have heard it's more of a business thing because they wanted to take Islam as a religion because of the way Islam deals with business. Like I don't know.
Yeah, we
they
don't
just
know,
wanted
yeah.
to, financially be better as a country. So like, you know what? Islam does it the right way. I can't explain to you how. I think it's just the rules that we have about like money and stuff like that, having to give charity or be truthful about business deals and stuff
like
that.
tax and stuff.
Yeah,
is
all of
technically like
all of
haram
that
for
stuff
us or something.
So the country was like, yeah, we need to improve this, so let's take on this religion so that it can improve, and then it just stuck, and then we became the highest percentage of Muslims in one country now. Even more than any Middle Eastern country, which is fascinating. Yeah. So that's where it stemmed from. But yeah, it's interesting. How countries how do countries just decide? Yeah, we're gonna do this religion.
exactly.
But it just spreads.
I think it stems from generations after generations.
Yeah.
It's just
Isn't it also crazy to think that we were all once all together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pangea.
Like that's crazy.
Pangea. We are slowly coming back together.
Are we? Aren't we all just slowly sinking?
Yeah, that's what I
That too. That
they're
too.
all sinking.
That too.
Imagine if we were alive when dinosaurs. I always imagine what it would be like if we could see dinosaurs.
I mean, we wouldn't be alive. They'd be eating us up, wouldn't they?
true.
Bottom of the food chain, mate.
But still,
True.
I mean, not all of them.
Not all of them.
Not
yeah,
that,
we'll keep the vegos.
We would be the one killing the veggies.
Yeah, we would be.
Yeah.
Eh?
We have
We'd be like, mate.
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 Anyway, sorry.
All right, let's move on to
Segue
something else that we all have in common. To an extent, but just countries that we've traveled to. Traveling. Now that we can't bloody travel because
let's
of
talk
bloody
about
COVID,
traveling.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. I think out of all of us here, you have to be the one that's probably traveled the most.
It's a little sad, you guys.
It is.
It is
sad.
It is.
Well, can you just roughly tell us where you've traveled to so far? Like in the globe, if you put the
gonna
world
grab a
map
long
in
list.
front
Here
of
we
you.
go.
It's actually not that long. Like, it feels longer than what it actually is. So I've been to New Zealand, been to Indonesia, I've been to the Philippines,
Yeah.
been to Singapore, I've been to Spain, I've been to France, I've been to Britain, been to Turkey.
Your hometown.
Yeah. No joke. When I was in Turkey, no one believed that I wasn't Turkish.
Did they all just start
They
speaking to
all
you
would come
in
up to me,
Turkish?
start speaking to me in Turkish, and
Yeah.
I'd be like, mate, all I know is teşekkür ederim. Like, that's it.
I don't even. What's that?
Thank you.
Thank
Ah.
you. Teşekkür ederim.
Teşekkür what?
Teşekkür ederim.
Ederim.
Yeah. Or just say teşekkürler.
Teşekkürler. Go for it, Minsa.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah, no one believed me. My mates, like Maiko, found it so funny.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, no, I don't speak. They're like, you're not Turkish. I'm like, no. They're like, are you sure? I'm pretty sure. quite certain.
All right, where else? Turkey?
I think that's it.
America?
Oh shit, yeah, America,
Oh, you've been
Canada, I guess technically.
I want to go to Canada.
But like all that means is I was on the Canadian side of Niagara Falls.
Oh.
I didn't actually like
Oh.
go out anywhere else.
Yeah.
That counts.
Nice.
counts.
Good on ya.
Nice.
What's your favourite?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I really loved Turkey. I loved the food.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, I miss high school.
Absolutely delicious. Came with a near-death experience, which was not fun.
Well, what happened?
The plane situation.
Oh, fuck that.
You know the story.
Yeah, I know the story.
We've told you the
This
story.
is fucked.
So we were going from Istanbul to Cappadocia. And initially we were just going to catch a bus. But then we met some Aussies at our hostel and they were like, oh, you know, we just went there and we caught the plane. But, like, the plane was at a really odd time. Like, who knows, really early in the morning. Like, a really bad time. So we weren't thinking about it. But then they were like, yeah, we caught the plane. It was really good. So we just did that. So we all get onto the plane. And it's me and two other girls. So Maiko, who's Filipino, and Hannah, who's, like, straight up Aussie. And so none of us speak a lick of, like, Turkish at all. And so we get into our seat, we get into our row, and this just weird commotion happens. And this guy, I thought he was saying that he was on the wrong flight, which was interesting because, like, how do you get all the way onto, like, the plane with, like, the wrong ticket? But when we were talking about it the other day, Maiko was talking about how he was saying that there was, like, a bag that didn't belong to him, like, on his aisle.
Yeah.
So I'm not too sure who remembers correctly. But regardless, basically everyone from the row behind us all the way to the end of the plane got off the plane. And then they looked through, like, up and down all, like, the seats and stuff. And we're like, what's going on? Like, can you explain it to us? And they're like, oh, right, sorry, we're busy right now. Like, I'll explain it later. And every announcement that they were making was just in Turkish.
Oh, my God.
Which, you know, fair enough. It's a Turkish airline. Majority of people on there are Turkish.
Yeah.
Like, and it's bumfuck o'clock going to Cappadocia. Like,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough, but also at the same time we were asking, like, the flight attendant what's going on, and she didn't reply, and she wasn't, like, telling us. And then everyone got back on, and we took off. And I fell asleep. Because it was really early, and I was very tired, and I need sleep. And then the other two girls, Maiko and Hannah, like, spent the whole, like, flight stressed out of their minds, thinking that we were just going to go down, we were going to die. But it was very traumatizing at the time, because you're like, I don't understand what's happening. No one's taking the time to try and explain it.
Yeah.
Even after everyone was getting on and we just took off, like, they never actually
Oh, so
explained
you
it to
still
us.
don't know what was...
No, they never actually explained,
Oh.
like, talked to us about what happened or what was
Yeah.
going on. But we made it. We got there. We came back. It's all
That's so
fine.
freaky.
But at the time, it was, like, very stressful.
Yeah.
Well, what's your
Inkling.
most possible conclusion?
I don't
as to
know,
what
because
happened?
that's what I remember was that he was, like, showing his boarding pass, and he was talking to the flight attendant, and I swear he was saying, like, something along the lines of that he was on the wrong, like, he didn't want to go to this destination, he wanted to go somewhere else. But then, because Maiko the other day was talking about shut the fuck up. Sorry.
I'm trying to listen.
You both did that at the same time.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, Maiko the other day was saying about how there was a bag that was unattended.
Could have
So
been a
now
bomb.
I don't know anymore. So yeah, that was the idea, was that regardless of what the situation was, whether he was on the wrong plane or, like, there was a bag, like, we thought that it was probably, like, a bomb scare of some sort.
Yeah.
Because, like, even if you get onto a plane, like, all the way to the stage where you're embarked and you're ready to take off, and then at that stage, that's when you're like, oh, I'm on the wrong flight.
Yeah.
So even if that was what actually happened and it wasn't, like, what Maiko was saying, like, it's still very sus and it's very, like...
And what was silly is they should have made you get off too if everyone else went.
Yeah,
Like, they should
and
have
it
been
wasn't
like,
everyone on the plane. It was just literally, like, a seat or two behind us to the end of the plane.
Yeah.
And everyone in the front half just stayed
That's what
seated,
I mean, yeah.
which was interesting.
Silly. Yeah.
But
Was
yeah.
there anyone that was missing in that plane? Like,
No.
You saw everyone was like, we
No,
went
but
back
I
in.
don't think that guy got back on. That's why I thought that he was on the wrong plane. But then again, I was very tired. Like, it would have been like past midnight when we got onto the plane.
Such odd times.
And it like the year, when was it? Was it like 2011?
Was there any tensions around
Something
that time?
like that. There's always been tension. Like ever since 9/11, there's just always been tension.
Yeah, but that's like 10 years after though.
But still, like, leaving your bag unattended is a huge
true.
thing.
That's
Yeah, like
true.
even
Airport.
nowadays, like since then, it's
Yeah.
become
Not a good
a big thing.
Yeah, bloody Chappelle.
And like,
Anyway,
So
Sorry.
random.
she didn't leave her bag unattended,
that's true. But her...
or did she?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
So I loved turkey.
Yeah. So turkey was your favourite though, regardless.
Great
your
food.
favourite.
Great food.
Yeah.
Cappadocia was stunning as well.
Did you go to that mosque where is it the blue mosque?
Yeah,
or-
the Hagia Sophia. Or
Yeah,
no, there is a blue
Where it's,
one.
like, really
Regardless,
pretty.
yes, we did all the main
Yeah.
mosques.
And then
in
like did you
Istanbul.
go on a hot air balloon?
Yes, in Cappadocia. We went on a hot air balloon.
I want to go.
It
That was like your first experience with shisha as well, wasn't it?
yes,
it.
in Turkey. Yes, in
Wow.
Istanbul.
Did it in the homeland of
Yeah.
That'd be
No.
sick.
Double apple.
Yeah.
I remember it being nice, but like I haven't had apple since.
Yeah, nah, don't.
I've been told that it's terrible, but like I remember we had apple and it was nice.
No, like probably the apple there would be nice.
Would have been nice.
Yeah, but sorry, I'll fucking apple. It's just.
It's
Well,
licorice-y, isn't it? Like
yeah, it's really strong, but you know, to each of their own. What would be your favorite places then? From what you've
I would
where
say,
you've traveled.
well, New Zealand, Queenstown.
oh yes. Sorry, I was really loud.
Did you guys see Lord of the
I
Rings? I mean,
love- no,
the Hobbit house.
That's in North
That's north.
Island. I haven't made it to North Island. That's probably what we're gonna do once the Tasman bubble opens up.
Yeah.
I assume all the Aussies are gonna
Go to New Zealand.
screw New Zealand a little bit.
Yeah,
Love it.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I loved Queenstown.
It's just like picturesque.
I've
It's
always
like
said if I had to
yeah.
move away from like Australia, I would go to Queenstown.
Yeah. Same.
I loved it. Yeah, makes sense.
So beautiful.
Definitely.
What about you guys?
Mine
Yeah.
is Japan. I know you said, oh, Japan,
It's
but
hers
it is
too, isn't it?
It is
Is
mine.
yours?
It is mine. It's for me. It's the culture.
Yeah.
Just oh my god, just walking down streets and being able to go in a convenience store and just like pick the food that you actually just enjoy. And I don't know, just the people there.
The people are so
They just
nice.
care about you. Like you come in, they take the time. They literally put all their tools down. And they'll like take the time to be like, welcome, welcome, and then they'll get back to what they're doing. And when you leave, they do the same thing. They
I
put
literally
everything
want to
down.
hug every single person.
Yeah,
I
they're
meet.
just
You're
everyone's so
kind.
nice. And I
Have you
remember
been
the
to
ladies
Japan?
were like fitting me with a kimono, and they're like, "Oh, kawaii."
Even at the airport, they're so nice.
Yes,
so
yes,
nice.
yeah, at the airport as well. Like,
I
just
do want to go there.
I
I assumed you would say Japan as well because I knew she would say Japan.
No, like I would say Japan, but nah, Queenstown,
Queenstown was
New
just-
Zealand. Yeah, it was just yeah.
Ferg burger.
Oh yes.
For me, when I was on the train and I was going past Mount Fuji, that just looked fake. Like it was just stunning, just looking
New
at the
Zealand.
mountain.
Yeah, that was
That's
like
New Zealand. In
Yeah,
a
a lot of
nutshell.
people say
Yeah.
that. They say that about Canada as well. Like I think just like massive land.
because
like,
we don't have
marks
this. We
are-
have that here.
We don't have that
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Australia's just a flat old, you
Yeah.
know.
The outback.
But it's
Yeah.
like with New Zealand, it's like, you know, when you see those photos online and you're like, that has to be Photoshopped.
Yeah.
Like, there's
Yeah.
no way it looks like that. And then you go there and it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
looks
Like that.
just like that.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's why I really want to go Switzerland too, because I heard it's
Oh,
the exact
Switzerland,
same.
yes.
Like the scenery is just beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Norway as well for me.
Northern
Norway.
Lights.
Yeah, Northern Lights and just like the just mountains. Mountains are just so like
Yeah.
crazy.
We don't have that many.
because we don't have that here.
Kosciuszko.
Even like the mountains in Indonesia, I'm like just driving past and a little shit,
Right.
you know, hills.
I
I'm
think
like,
they're-
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of traveling, let's talk about our Philippines trip.
Okay. Talk.
I need to get you explain.
What do you want me to explain?
Just explain the highlight. What was the best thing that happened?
Shit, what did we do? We did a lot.
We did do a
You
lot.
getting your leg burned was a highlight because
Ooh,
you
yeah.
wasn't listening ever.
Of course.
Yeah, I do have a permanent souvenir now from a burn on my leg. So thank you, Philippines. Shout out to where did we do that?
Malboal.
Man, that was at the start of the
That
trip.
was the start. It was like day 2 or 3.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I think most of the time we just spend our time at beaches and island hopping and
In the water.
and worm eating.
What? Did you eat the worm?
Yeah, the worm was disgusting.
Wait, what kind of worm? Like a real...
It was raw.
We wanted to order in like fried, but the guy's like, no, trust us. Do it the raw version. Like it's very popular, and we're like, fuck it.
Don't trust them if they ever say that. You don't get the raw version. The texture,
I
the
wouldn't.
taste,
I couldn't.
it just was not there. That was not it. Get the fried version.
Yeah, or I'll probably insert like videos of us trying it on. Don't try the worm on. Eat it, or don't eat it. Up to you. But yeah, that was a weird experience.
Did you guys have balut?
No, we didn't. It's the
should've.
the egg where it's like half developed,
yeah,
almost
no, we
developed.
didn't.
No, we didn't.
We didn't get around to that. We didn't. Also,
I
didn't
don't
have
think I'd have the stomach for
crocodile.
that.
We wanted to try crocodile.
Oh,
Remember?
and we couldn't.
But then they were sold out when we
Yes.
went to actually try it.
Yeah. But our love for sisig. Yeah.
What's that?
It's
the-
like
it's
you know,
like-
like sizzling lamb and stuff that you get.
You get
from,
like a sizzling plate.
Oh, yeah,
and it comes
yeah.
like it's like that, but like Filipino style.
Okay.
They do.
So it's usually pork, but they also do like chicken and
they just crack an egg
Oh.
into it, and they just
and then they
take
give
it.
it to you, and then you mix it all up, and it cooks the egg.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the meat.
So good.
Oh, okay, nice.
Don't even get us started on the mango smoothies. Oh my god, the mango like
The mangoes
just
would be
I
amazing.
had one every day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had
that'd
minimum
be,
one every day.
Like the
Yeah.
best.
I actually googled, can you die from having too many? Like, can you get sick? Because you know
Yeah.
how some fruit, if you have too many of it, you get like
Yeah.
constipated or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
So I googled it. I was like, is there such a thing as eating too many mangoes?
There wasn't. Right?
There's not.
Okay.
You just have. It's just a lot of sugar.
Yeah, right.
so good, so good.
Yum.
Definitely recommend. It's so cheap to go there. Like we even planned. We booked a private boat tour when we were
Oh yeah, we
island
did
hopping,
in El
and it only
Nido.
cost like what
In El Nido, I don't
$70
remember
per
how much,
person
but it was pretty cheap.
for a whole day trip.
and like they
to
took
just
us
island
out.
hop
We
on
did
a-
island hopping,
on our
and then
own
they
boat.
fed us.
Yes, oh that fish.
Like, I don't
you
like
don't like
fish.
fish.
I don't like fish, but that fish, like that sauce, was
It
delicious.
was just, you know how you get fish
It's
that's
so
like
fresh.
nice and white meat and it's so juicy.
Mm.
Oh man, so good,
It was
so
really,
good.
really
They cooked it on the back of the boat too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Cool.
amazing.
So while we were off, like on an island,
Yeah.
they were cooking, and then when they came back on, we ate, and then we moved on to the next island. Like, it was really good.
Nice.
My tan was hectic.
Your tan was
I
very
was
hectic.
very dark.
Really?
I mean, you
I
get
was
she tan
very
so
dark.
easily. It's disgusting. It's rude.
There was one time when we
I think
went
I'm
to
the same actually. If
yeah.
I do it, like
Yeah.
Okay, but like she starts off a nice color, as it is. She is what I want to be when I get tan.
just trade skin.
Oh well, you can't really see.
Well,
it
I
on
recently
camera,
got
but-
tanned as well, but
But see, you're like
Look,
pretty
that's-
tan. Then like, in,
Oh my
oh,
God.
no, you're not. You're quite white.
this is
Yeah.
white. But this is what.
But like you're very
A day
pale.
in the sun.
Day in the sun,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're very pale too. So
If
like
I-
I tan quite easily as well, but like the way we tan is not the way she tans because she
Ah,
starts off
okay.
already like a nice golden color. So it's like for me the hardest part is getting the initial tan, and then once I've got that initial like layer, then it's easier.
I see.
But me, I
Interesting.
just sit
But
outside.
she's just
There was
immediately
this one
tan.
time where we were just sitting outside and it was quite hot and 10 minutes in I'm like, oh shit, I better not have tanned, and I roll up my sleeve and it's already tan.
Tanned.
And then I have to roll my sleeves up, I have to take off my
I mean,
watch.
I guess that is the downside to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get up
right.
and
You tan like.
But then
too
if you
easily.
take it off, it just evens out anyway. Sorry.
I
She
like
tried to
just
put out
laugh.
a bad side and do it.
No, it's annoying. You get bad tan.
It's annoying.
Moving on. Well, we've had a whole year to think about places that we really, really wanted to go to. What would be your number one, and this is a question to all you guys before we move on to the next section, what would be your number one country to visit right now if you were to be able to just snap and diagonally into any place?
You would end up in Nocturne.
Diagon Alley.
She said
Diagon
diagonally.
Alley.
Oh.
I said that
She
purposely.
said the same thing that Harry said.
I
it ended up
purposely
in
said it the
Nocturne.
wrong way.
Okay, sure.
Diagonally. Diagon Alley out of there.
Yeah, what's yours, Beck?
Like, is coronavirus a thing at all?
No.
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 Okay. Well, my immediate answer to this is always Greece. It's always Athens.
Ooh.
It's always Greece, but like it's too expensive. So my slightly like still out there, but slightly more humble is Italy.
Fuck. You so have the same answer. Very good. Very good. We were supposed to spend like, what,
Because we
2
were
weeks
supposed to go,
there?
yeah, and then that
Yeah.
slowly evolved to just being a whole trip in Italy. And I I think that's the next Europe trip. Should just be like a month in Italy.
Definitely. How about you,
We
Marcel?
asked this question before.
We did, but we can say more places we want to go to.
But every time I get this asked, it has to be North Korea.
Oh my god. North? Do you guys North?
Yeah. That's what he's. That's his
Okay,
answer.
South Korea is on my list, like short list.
Yeah.
North Korea is not on the list at all.
It's just like
It's interesting though.
It's
Like you want to
interesting.
find out what it goes on there.
Just-
You can day trip it from South Korea. I
Yeah.
would just not want to like stay there overnight.
I wouldn't stay there for like too long, but I just want to just see what it looks like and just wanna... I don't know. I'm a bit weird like that.
It's clean
Yeah, I know. It's
would
clean.
and
clean,
it's awkward.
Yeah, it is
That's
awkward.
what I would
Yeah,
like.
like how do people like hang out?
But if
Do they?
Exactly.
I'm sure they do. Like, I'm sure they do.
But it's
But I don't know. Like, how regulated are they?
Yeah.
Probably
actually,
heavily
like,
regulated.
'cause So can they like just hang out? Do they have? Didn't
That's
need
what
a
I mean.
permit
I
to
don't
go
know.
like to have a birthday party?
no way can
Like,
they loiter. Like, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
hang out to hang out.
Anyhow, if North Korea wasn't a choice, it would be New Zealand again.
Really?
Wow, again.
You wouldn't go somewhere
would
else?
go,
Yeah,
like,
you wouldn't go
going
somewhere that
somewhere-
you've never been to.
maybe Switzerland, maybe,
Yeah, do Swits.
but then again, New Zealand. I don't know. Just been my favorite country since ever.
Yeah.
So even like better
I
than
love the
Japan.
Kiwi accent, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite accent, I think.
How about you, Ois?
Yeah, well, I said New York, and I know it's not much of a culture change, but I don't know. I feel like it's my vibe. I don't know. Everyone tells
It
me
is
that.
your vibe.
It is
Everyone
your vibe.
tells
Have
me
you been
it is.
there?
No, that's why I want to go.
New York was like on my like top list of places to go to.
Was it a
And then I
letdown?
went and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said the same thing as well.
Yeah,
when I was
people
in New
always
York,
tell me
yeah.
don't get your home, but then they also tell me like I see you living there, but then I don't. I'm like, so which one is
Like
it?
it's, I don't know. To me, it was just like a really busy city.
It's like
But see, I think I like that.
100
Like,
times.
I mean, if like you like that, then
Yeah.
go for
People like eavesdropping your conversation and just joining randomly.
Oh, they do. That never happened to me.
Yeah, it happened to me.
Okay, eavesdroppers are in New York. But I also the other day I was watching a doco on Egypt, and I'd love to go
Oh,
to Egypt
yeah.
to just see the
it.
pyramids.
My parents have been.
Did they say it was amazing?
Yes.
Yeah. Just places like that, unique places that I feel like are underrated in terms of like people don't really.
I don't think Egypt is underrated.
Well, I don't hear many people going there.
Oh, it's because they're in war, honey.
Oh, are they right now?
Aren't they?
A lot of people
like,
wanna go
there's
to
a
Egypt.
whole thing.
I don't know at the moment.
Did that die
sorry.
down?
Maybe.
Did that?
There was one recently.
I want to go to Hawaii.
Oh, I love
yeah.
Hawaii.
Oh, you've been?
love Hawaii.
I want to go there. There's so many
go
places.
back to
There's
Hawaii.
no country I would not want to go to. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, true.
I'm down for everything.
Oh,
What about you?
sad. Oh, that was my answer. Italy.
Oh,
Okay,
right,
but,
that's
like,
it. Any
what
other
if-
places?
Yeah. What's next?
If it was not Italy, it'd be Norway for sure.
Oh yeah.
I really love like just like mountain, like
She wants to see the Northern
Mountains.
Lights.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
So
true.
she wants me to freeze my ass off.
Yes, that too. But like the Switzerland, Norway kind
Yeah.
of like countries up in the mountains, having those little like towns
Actually,
like,
Canada.
just surrounded
I'd
by
love to go
mountains.
Canada.
Yeah.
Canada.
There's a place called Banff, I think, or yeah, I don't know.
Banff?
Is it Banff?
Like
I don't...
badass motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, it starts with B, but it's a popular place.
Bean.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Banff is a thing.
Thing.
It's fandom talk, okay?
Fandom.
Well, let's wrap up this whole episode by seeing how well. I'm pretty sure you'll get all of these because you'll just translate it. But like sometimes some sayings don't really make sense, and you got to explain what that saying means. But let's start off and let's just test my Spanish because I have been learning a little bit of Spanish
She's
here
on
and there.
Duolingo.
Here we go.
All right, first saying would be Año Nuevo, Vida Nueva.
Oh, new year, new life.
Fuck, I got it right. Did I say it right? Año.
More or less, yeah, año.
Hey.
Yes, please never say ano because that means anus.
Yeah, I know. I knew it wasn't
Hey,
that.
that's
It
my
had a
name.
little squiggly thing on the end.
People used to call me Serenus in
High
school.
Such a random fact.
Why?
Fun fact.
Why?
Serena. Serena.
What? No. Why would someone come with
How
that?
do you get from Soraya to Serenus?
People used to call me that in high school. Shout out to you guys.
We have questions.
We do have questions.
I have questions like how?
It's Holsworthy, mate. That's the answer.
There you go. Does that just mean what it says?
Yeah, new year, new life.
New year, new life,
Yeah.
mate. Año nueva. No, nuevo, vida nueva. Did I say it right? But,
That was a mess.
all right, next one. El que la hache la paga.
Ate.
Oh, damn it! Ate?
Yeah. Quien lo
Hace?
hace.
Sí.
Yeah.
You pronounce it a th.
El
like-
que la...
Well, I'm Spanish.
La
so-
hace?
Yeah, that's what
La
I mean. Like they
hace?
pronounce it like that,
Hace.
right?
La hace.
Quien lo
So you don't
hace,
say
lo
H.
paga. No.
Say
It's
it
like, quien lo hace, lo paga.
It's like when I hear people say
La
Barcelona.
paga. La paga. La paga. Yeah, what does that mean?
It's like he who does it pays for it.
Damn,
Sort of
that's like
thing.
word by word.
Wow.
Good on you, Bet.
So that just means like you're responsible for what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like whoever smells it deals it.
Yeah,
But
okay.
it's like, so whoever like did it, if you've done it, you need to pay for what you've done. Sort of
Okay.
thing. You made your bed, now you lie in it.
Yeah. You know what? Let's test your.
No way, this one has
Let's test,
accents.
let's test
This
your.
one has, like-
your no,
okay,
no,
when
you'll
it's
get
got,
it.
if it's got like an accent, it just means that that's like where the emphasis is on the word. So like read instead of read. So like the emphasis is on the E for read and A for read.
Good luck to me. Más 24 ojos que dos.
Mejor? Is it más?
Más 24 hoyos que dos.
Ojos que dos.
Oh no, it's not hoyos.
It's ojos?
ojos que dos.
So 4 I see more than 2? Is that what you're
That's
trying
close.
to say?
Kind of. Try and relate that to like a saying in like an English saying.
Can you say it again?
Más 24. What was it again?
Ojos.
Ojos que dos.
Yeah. 4 I see more than 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like 2 heads is better than 1.
I mean,
So the more
kind
people-
of, but not
4
really.
eyes is better than 2.
Because it's just what you're saying, it's not what you're thinking. So I would argue.
So it's for
So
people
say
who...
if you like, maybe the way I take it is like if you see something, it's better to have another witness or something like that.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. It's been for, yeah.
You got
I
like
get it,
another
yeah.
witness, maybe?
Yeah.
Would that be what it is?
I guess, yeah. Something like that.
Okay. Mirza, do you want to try the
No,
last one? No,
no.
come on, let's do it, let's do it.
I can't,
Mirza's
no.
the best at
I can't.
saying things. This one right here. Let's do it.
I'm so close to the mic. The last one? The last up? Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Mucho.
Very char.
Mucho. Rudo. I don't know why.
ruido.
Why? Pocos?
E.
Nusis? I don't know. You say it.
Mucho ruido y pollas? Pozas?
Please don't say boyas.
Bo-
Boyas means
Bo-
dick.
bo- Eh, pollas!
No, actually.
Pozas nueces? Did I say that right?
Mucho ruido, pocas nueces.
Yeah.
Nueces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Nueces!
So it's like you're a fry short of a Happy Meal sort of thing. Like you're very loud, but there's no substance.
That pretty much says that. Like you're all talk, but you're no,
Yeah.
like, you know.
Not all talk
No
no
show.
action. Yeah.
Did you say it right? How do you say it?
Can I say it?
Yeah.
Mucho ruido y pocas nueces.
Nueces.
What's how do you say that?
¿Por qué?
Pocas.
Pocas.
So how do you know when to say the C or not to say the C?
It's because what's next to it, the letter that that's next to it, tells you
Which
Interesting.
side, the left or the right?
the one after it.
So
Pocas
if it's
nueces.
So if it's an A, it's always a hard C. It's always a K.
Very interesting.
And if it's an E,
See,
it's
with
like,
Indonesians, it's pochas nueces.
Yeah.
Titanich.
Titanich.
If I can find it, insert that.
Funny Nadia, man.
Oh god, very good. You knew all of them.
Yeah, well done,
And
Ben.
like it's
I mean,
almost
you're-
like you don't believe I actually speak Spanish.
Well, anyway, are we gonna? We're not gonna do that one, right?
No, no,
'Cause
no.
I didn't end.
I forget what I wanted to ask her.
But let's wrap it up because it's been running on for quite a while now.
Yeah.
But we're gonna end it with the Indo word of the day. Beck, you know this one. Say your version.
Zapatos.
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 Zapatos. And we
This is
say zapato. And Mirza, I think you already know what this means.
Cheers!
Very similar. But the way you said it was before was zapatos, but
No,
now you
I
said
never say
zapatos.
zapatos.
Okay.
Because it's a Z and I
So
pronounce it like a.
Thursday.
Thursday. Zapatos.
Oh, you're saying...
No, I'm not.
Oh!
She does this sound that like rabbits makes. Do it again.
Have you heard like the till the Guacamole. What?
You know that
Guacamole song?
Yeah.
So it's a whole song, and like she goes through like different things, and one of them is like
yes.
it's the carrot is for the
Rabbit.
bunny, and like when you give the bunny the carrot, it goes. The bunny. The bunny.
Does sound like it.
The bunny. The bunny. It's great. It's
Okay,
great.
let's wrap it up.
Bad Bunny.
I love Bad Bunny. Oh my god, I love him.
Do you like Rosalia?
Yes. For the most part.
Do you like Rosalia?
Who's the other guy who's big?
Enrique Iglesias.
Oh no, yeah, him. The
apparently
Maluna.
Maluma.
How do you say it?
It's Maluma.
Maluma.
He is gorgeous.
I learnt last weekend that my sister's hall pass is Enrique Iglesias.
Oh, you know he's half below.
Wow. That, you know what? That is very your sister.
Right? I
That
thought
is
that was
so
very on
your
brand for her.
sister.
You know what? That's not bad.
Very
This is
on
not
brand.
Bad.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's
It's not bad. Solid
But he's
choices.
like a staple. Not a staple, like he's like, everyone knows.
Yes.
Enrique.
Yeah.
And he's Spanish.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he's half Filo. His mum's Filo and his dad's Spanish, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm gonna Google it.
Someone Google it.
Okay, while she Googles it, we're going to wrap it up here. Thanks for watching and listening to today's episode. Again, please click that subscribe button, and from Beck's advice as well, press the like button.
Yes,
Please comment
children.
down below. Thank you to
he's married to
those
the
people
tennis
that
player.
have been. Oh my god!
Sorry. Yeah.
To those people that have been commenting, thank you so much for
Salamat.
doing that.
Maybe because he's also got Filipino citizenship.
That's a separate fucking conversation. And click that bell icon for those
YouTube.
notifications.
And also give us a follow on our podcast channels, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts.
Yeah.
And rate us on Apple Podcasts.
Yes, please. And my name is Sam.
How do you say my name is?
Mi nombre es.
Mi
Yo me
nombre.
llamo.
What?
Yo me llamo.
Mio llamo Soraya.
And my name is Amiza. And this is Beck.
And this is
Yay, Beck! Thanks, Beck!
Thank you, Beck.
Bye,
See ya.
guys. Bye.
Did you guys? She burped.
Oh, you did.
I didn't even hear it at all.
You tried so hard to get through one video.
Start this again.
No, we start that again.